I don't know, all of us used our courage to try this, and it's going to go somewhere, but it won't be without its trials and tribulations. Like maybe.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Jerry Washington. We got my girl Cuts. We got my girl Conversation. And you got your boy Cardio here. Cuts, Cardio, and Conversation. What's up, Ashley?
Hi.
That's Conversation. What's going on, Jacqui?
What's up, Jerry?
Yeah. We're out here. We're getting it in here. We're talking about perseverance this lovely morning. We were talking about this before, and we have like a little meeting before we do these because, we don't just wing it. Not entirely, but we were talking about how perseverance can, is probably a fact that is like a part of every one of our lives. However, we're going to try to break it down and see if we can learn something today from, the trials and tribulations. It's funny. I was just thinking about this. Trials and tribulations. Is there any time you actually go through life and don't have trials with your tribulations? Are you always just, is it always trials and tribulations? Do you ever just like tribulate? Have you ever heard of anybody just saying, I'm just going through tribulations? What about trials? No trials.
Can you think about it? Like, about in your life, does that happen? Because
tribulations. First of all, I don't even know exactly what
I don't know what it means. Number one, I need to know what it means.
I don't even sure what tribulation is.
It's like we
just
say it all
that
the
people
time.
say, yeah. You know what it means as like a phrase, but when you break it down, you're like,
actually, what does that mean?
Exactly is a tribulation.
I don't know what it means. So,
go together, right?
Trial, you go through a really hard situation, right? Where you're stressful, it's got some challenges to it.
So I guess tribulations would be the feelings you get from that trial, maybe. I don't know.
I feel like tribulations are trials, maybe trials and tribulations, but how are they different?
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone ask Google now.
Yeah, right? Unfortunately, we don't have the answer for that. But what we do know is that when you're going through your trials and tribulations, you do have your actions and your things that you're going through and the feelings that you have that correspond with those actions, right? So, yeah, I wanted to actually start off with just jumping right into the deep end here. So lately, I've been going through a lot. First of all, you can hear I'm a little congested here. Took my COVID shot. I took my COVID test. I'm good. Just got a little congestion. I think that's it's one of those things that's just going around. So so I got that. Looking at buying a house. I'm gonna be closing on my house next week. So we were going through that. Closing is next Wednesday already. Yeah, so we've been going through that. And it's been a process, to be honest with you, Ashley. It was like, we've been talking about this the past couple of weeks when you're coming in to work out. It's just like, if it's not one thing, it's another. If it's not a contractor that you're dealing with that wants to charge you more or wants to do like a half-assed job or whatnot, it's something. It's always something. And at the end of the day, it's like you're like wondering, is it really worth it? Is it worth this headache to go through to get this thing that I supposedly want to get? Yeah. Right? Yeah. So it's like I've been going through this trials and tribulations. Trials plus tribulations, and it's just like I'm starting to hit that home stretch, and it's like feeling stressful, but at the same time, it's like I'm starting to get that feeling of like relief, like I'm finally done with this, Yeah. And I think about that, like it's something that happens. Not only it's definitely happened in my life, a lot of times. I'm sure it's happened in your life, and everybody's watching life. It happens, but like what I feel like we can learn from this is that, at least for me, and I think everybody obviously is different in how they deal with these. That's the key word for today. Maybe we should call this episode Trials and Tribulations. I keep going back to that. Yeah, I keep going back through it, Trials and Tribulations. But I feel like the key here is that if you're going to go through something, because obviously you opted to go, well, not all the time.
Let's talk about the chosen things. Because the things that we have a why behind that will make it worth it at the end of the day, or we hope it will.
Yeah, that's a lot better, because sometimes you don't even know. Like sometimes some things will come up and you just have to deal with them. But the things that we choose to go through, right? The things that we choose to go through, you go through them for a reason. You go through them because you want change. You go through them because you're not necessarily, maybe you're comfortable where you are, but maybe you're not so comfortable that you want to continue to stay there. So you want to like make a change and you want to challenge yourself, and sometimes those challenges may be more than you thought they would be, right? But if you keep sticking to it and you're staying consistent with it, with your efforts or whatnot, you're going to surprise yourself, come out on the other end as like a different person. So yeah, like with this house, I'll come out on the other end as a homeowner. I will not be a renter anymore, so I'll come out as technically a different person, or at least a different label. I'm still the same Jerry. Yeah, absolutely. Very exciting, very stressful, but very exciting. That's kind of how life works. It's like, a lot of times those things that cause you stress on the other end are going to make you feel really happy with yourself. So yeah,
it's nothing great comes easy. That kind of sentiment.
Yeah, absolutely. I really think that. I really believe that. Now, there are some things that are great that I feel like I can't, well, I was gonna say love. I was gonna say love. Yeah, I was on it. I was gonna say love. Love can come easy sometimes, but not all the time.
Building the relationship.
Yeah, the relationship part is the difficult part, but the love, the like falling in love.
That's so easy,
feels
right?
So easy.
Yeah.
I think it's like time, and when you're younger, or if you're, impatient at all, then it's hard to wait. And it's like time, right?
Yeah, that patience thing is a tough thing, right? That patience thing is like, you just want it now.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that last week a little bit too, right? Was that last week we were talking about doing too much? I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Doing
right?
too much episode. Yeah, so I think we were talking about that a little bit. Like, sometimes you just want to keep pounding the hammer, banging your head against the walls, so you can get that result. And a lot of times you end up like setting yourself back more and more with each effort because of the fact that you want it so badly that you just will do anything for it. And sometimes that anything is not the right thing. Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be stalking anyone or.
Whoa, what? That was deep.
Well, we went from relationship love stuff.
Okay, I see the jump now.
Okay.
It took me a second though. It's like,
yeah,
sort of bring it
don't
home to
force
that.
the relationship.
Don't force anybody
not
to fall in love
happening.
with you.
No, definitely, no, absolutely not.
No, I got you.
Yeah, you ever had a forced relationship? No, okay. We ever had a forced relationship? She gave me that look. We're gonna skip that look. She just said, don't let
We're gonna pivot.
Yeah, pivot that way.
We gonna pivot. Yeah,
No,
so
a forced relationship? Well,
no, not forced relationship, but somebody that felt like they were like trying to force themselves to be in a relationship with you, or try to force you to feel like you should be in a relationship with them. Maybe not necessarily like a boyfriend, but like
a friendship or something, some kind of partnership that's too aggressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I get.
I
don't know that I can actually talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably
fair enough.
It's like weird client stuff that you don't want to like out, right?
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've definitely had people, and we can stick to professionally. Personally, I'm professional, but I can say professionally if it's not a right match, which we talked about in previous, episodes. It's very easy to kind of like boundary that and make it not happen, right? But in personal life, it can be a lot different because your whole sense of safety is corrupted when somebody is, violating your boundaries all the time. So that's just what I
I totally get that.
Yeah. So boundaries.
Absolutely. So what do you got for me, Jacqui, on the perseverance end?
See, I think this really is hard because life is
perseverance.
Yeah,
in itself, right?
And I'm very much so like I started my business on a whim. I like moved out of my parents' house on a whim. Like I'm constantly, I didn't really like think about it until you were like, because you want change in your life and you're striving to be like better. And I'm like, I guess that's just like how I try to be so often that like everything I'm just like, boom, let's do it. Who cares? Like at the worst case, it falls apart and I learn something from it. I'm like, I don't really suggest it necessarily all the time. I'm sure there's a lot of stress that I don't need to like actually go through and experience, but I am who I am because of it. Like,
no, for sure.
I mean, I definitely, like I moved out of so I was living with my dad and a stepmom and her kids, and my brother had already moved out. So I was like, I'm going to move out too. I was literally 18, like had just graduated, like went and got my license and was working. And I was like, I'm working, I'm going to move out. Right.
Yeah.
Had like a girl I was working with was complaining about living at home. She was like, I want to move out too. And we were like, all right, let's just move in together.
Oh, wow.
And we didn't even know each other.
Oh, wow.
Like, we worked together, but we didn't really work the same shifts. Like, we might have like 1 hour overlapping or something. Like, but we didn't.
Really didn't.
And so, honestly, at the time, people were like, that's a bad idea. Like, you end up not actually being friends with the person anymore when you like move in with them. And I was like, well, worst case scenario, we're not friends right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm not going to lose a friend. And so like we kind of became friends because we were moving in together and doing this thing, and we were so excited, and it went like so far south when we were living together.
Oh wait, what? So you became friends because of the situation, and then when you moved together,
I would say like
so sad.
So like the first 3 months or something like that.
Yeah, first like probably 3-4 months were good. We were having a great time and everything was fine. And like I liked her friends, she liked my friends, our friends liked each other. Like it was really fun. We had our living room set up like couch and a couch facing each other, like because we would just like hang out, you know.
So what happened? How did this
sound? It was so much fun. It was a great place. And then our cable got shut off because she wasn't paying the bill, but I was giving her money for it.
Oh no, that's a no. Yeah. Reaction camera.
So one of the top things, like I'm a really hard worker and I do not play about my money and my business. And like, so one of the quick things to like pretty much not come back with me is to mess with my money. You're stealing from me, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? You're literally stealing from me, lying to my face. She never got the thing should like turn back on. So we literally went for like the next however many like 8-9 months with no cable.
So you never
got it turned back on. She never paid it back, like nothing.
That's terrible.
Did she tell you to say anything about the fact that she?
We would like talk about it, and that I mean, trust me, I got my like lick back, or like we were moving out and I took all of our stuff. I was like, you owe me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, totally.
Yeah. I was like, you're not taking anything in the apartment.
Yeah, right? No, for sure.
All mine. But yeah, like she just literally, we watched Cat Williams stand up like every single day. Like my friends would just come over and be like, yeah, throw on Cat. Like we knew it like word for word, like because there was literally nothing. Like it was so crazy. Like new people would come over and they're like, "Why is this on again?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we don't have cable. You should talk to Ashley about it." Like I literally was like, "Oh, sorry, Ashley.
Oh, I'm so sorry." See, like all those Ashleys out there, don't give us a bad rap.
Yeah,
it's not fair.
Ashley's messing it up. Every other Ashley's.
Well,
yeah, it was just like one of those like funny things. I mean, I literally was like 18, 19 living there, and just was like, you know, like I mean, whatever. It's really fun. And like I said, I'm like, and we didn't speak. Like we moved out. We didn't really talk to each other. Like she just came home one day and like the whole kitchen was packed up, and she was like, oh, like she literally walked in with food and like opened up the cabinet, and I was like taping the last box and like walking away with it. I was like, so sorry. Like things got really sticky. It was like weird. But then you know what? Like a couple years later, I ran into her like out in public, and it was fine. Like it's just not that big of a deal. It's just one of those things. Like we were like,
kid, you're just
you know, like like all right, like I messed up. I know I messed up.
So what'd you learn?
Like whatever.
Yeah, what did you learn?
What do you think?
Like I guess ask more questions about bills, like when they're in someone else's name. Like I don't know, like don't just like blindly be like, yeah, here's the money, and be like, so let me see the bill. Like what's possible with the bill? Like
it's like I need a copy of your license and registration.
I think that like conversation is huge, right? Like don't just like assume that things are being taken care of. Like
that's a good
maybe
point.
Like, hey, I've got this under control. Here's this is what's going on. Like what do you have going on? Like blah blah. I guess like I was just kind of blindly like, oh, everything's going to be taken care of. She knows what she needs to do. You know, whatever.
It was like a false sense of trust.
Yeah.
Like without considering like that
but I don't even know her.
Right.
And it was actually funny. There were so many red flags that I ignored along the way. Like when we were signing our lease, she was like, well, I have bad credit.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. So I did say, well, why do you have bad credit, though?
People will say it.
And she was like, well, she was older than me. I think she was like 24 maybe.
Oh.
So there were a lot of red flags.
Yeah,
I was 18.
Yeah,
okay.
That's a lot older than you.
Yeah, I know, right? That's super. Yeah.
Maybe she was 23, but either way, I remember thinking like, she's like older than me. Like she would buy me beer, right? Like,
I mean,
that's what you were thinking. You're like,
yeah. I was like, oh, this will work out. But
strategic.
Yeah, that was actually quite strategic.
Yeah, so
a lot of that seemed to align almost like magically, right? Like serendipitously.
Right. I was like,
So,
oh, here goes this girl who can buy me alcohol and
Mhm.
we'll hang out with my friends.
Right.
And will
And she's
help
cool,
me with
right?
a roof. Like, yeah,
And we have
she's
something
cool
in
enough.
common.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
yeah.
perfect. Let's set this up.
Yeah.
She did say her bad credit came from forgetting to pay bills, so that's my bad too.
Oh, really?
She was like, but I'm really not going to forget to pay these bills. I mean, this is for my home, and I was like, okay.
Mm.
And so my bad for not checking up on
I
that.
guess,
Honestly, like, I mean,
Yeah.
she told me she's believe them the first time that
Yeah.
came up before. Like,
We've definitely
I just
talked about
didn't.
that
I was
before.
like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. She's got it together.
Well, because you
She
want
got
to
her shit
see,
tight.
you want it to work, right? So
Yeah,
you've got
you just
that
want it to work
bias.
so bad,
Mhm,
and so you're just like
mhm.
willing to like
Yeah,
whatever.
over red flags and stuff. Absolutely.
Red flags
Yep.
were smacking me in the face the whole time.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Like I had to sign the lease because I was the one with
Right.
at least no credit at the time, which is
Mhm.
better than bad credit.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
yeah, that was
You basically signed the lease and depended on her, and she was not the
Not
type of person you
dependable.
thought that she was.
yeah.
Well,
That's
luckily-
very upsetting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Yeah. You have like expectations for something, or I guess people say you should set low expectations for people, but I feel like
Yeah, let yourself be surprised.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Or
I
have
feel-
like your own code that you follow that keeps you safe, that protects you.
Mhm.
And
Or
all
just like
sorts of
pay
ways.
attention. Like people are telling you exactly who they are the whole time, and you just like are ignoring the things for whatever reason because
Mhm.
Right.
you want to be friends with them, you want to like them,
You
or
want to
you
get
hope
what you need.
you want to get what you need. You want to believe that people are good people.
Mhm,
Like you
mhm.
just kind of like assume all of these things because you want to believe that people are
Oh my
good
gosh.
people at the end of the
It's true.
day.
And
Or
maybe
just-
you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and maybe
Believe
it's
that.
not that they're not good people, but they're just not your people.
Yeah.
Like,
Or they just don't align specifically with your values, and even your values. Sometimes your values change, or maybe at that specific time your values just don't align or whatnot, and that's just how it works, right? Because I'm sure the Jacqui at 18 is not going to get along with the Jacqui of 29 years old.
no, I wouldn't
Or
like
however
that
old
bitch.
you are.
29, I'll take 29. That's fine.
No, but for real, right? Like I know for a fact, 44-year-old Jerry probably would not vibe with like 34 or even 24-year-old Jerry, just because like 34-year-old Jerry was like working his face.
I loved 34-year-old Jerry.
He was cool, but he was working his face off, and he was very, very, very energetic. I'm still energized, still working my face off, but I don't think I could hang with that guy, and that would probably annoy me because he's just like doing so much. I'm like, why are you doing so much?
We're talking about our shadow selves now.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah,
Shadow
we were actually
part.
talking about that last week. I think it was
You
multiple.
guys covered a lot last week.
Yes, there was multiple references to. I wish we had Ashley here. I think I said that at least 3 times.
Yeah.
I wish that was
I was
your
like,
Like, we're missing the conversation part.
yeah, we definitely were. I was like, yeah, there's definitely some areas where I could be like, Ashley could be giving us skills right now, because there's definitely some stuff that was. I think I was like finding out a lot of stuff about myself last week. I was like, it was a grand uncovering. Like, oh, there's a lot of stuff that's going on.
I'm so proud of you both.
Yeah, we're just
Look at this growth.
we're therapizing ourselves, if that's a word. Yeah, we're definitely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's fun. It's like kind of what this is all about, though. Like that's why we do this podcast, and we're learning more about ourselves and helping other people like through these conversations learn more about themselves. It's like think like if you teach, I'm not saying that we're teaching, but in a way, like the best way to learn is through teaching. So it's like you kind of talk through your stuff. And
What through sharing?
Yeah, through sharing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you learn like through these things. That like, oh, okay, I hear that, and I hear like your perspective, and like, oh my gosh, so like now I'm like a little bit more adept in like knowing the situations that can arise that based on what I just dealt with. So it's like, kind of cool.
They say that like women live longer than men, and a lot of the times it ends up being because like women are really good about communicating, and they have like community, and like women sit there and chit chat about life and problems and things that are going on, where like men, when they hang out, they talk about like sports or like whatever you're working out, but like not like real problems, not getting to like the bottom of anything. They're just like surface
level.
yeah, like as if it would just be like horrible to talk about anything real for some reason. But like, and I truly think that has a lot to do with why we live longer, is because we like share and learn from each other and kind of like release stuff with each other and like know that you're not in it by yourself and that kind of thing.
And it is a whole lot more fun.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you're right though. And I actually I was watching that documentary on Netflix. Have you heard of it? It's called I don't remember exactly what it's called. I think it's called the Blue Zones or something like that. Yeah, it's like it's about centenarians being people that are living over 100 years old, And there's specific zones where these people live in around the world, and they have these habits that they all are pretty much they're like maybe central to certain areas, but they had these habits they also talked about that were kind of also broadly shared again in every area. And one of those things was having that sense of community and sharing. And they actually had like a group of older women like doing a little doing some sharing, and they're talking about how important it is to have that feeling of community, have that feeling of sense of involvement, have that feeling like you were saying, like not that you're not alone in like whatever you're dealing with, if you're dealing with anything. And at the end of that little spiel, they were all singing together. Not saying we're gonna sing together at the end of this episode.
We'll sing for you.
We will not sing.
We might sing for you.
Yeah. But I mean, that does that's what humanity is all about. And I think to its core is like us like really working together, sharing as communities, whether they're larger or smaller communities, and really solving issues together. And a lot of times it feels like we're like individuals, and especially in this country, in this culture, like it feels like we were just kind of going through it alone, working through our issues, and like being the best at solving issue X, right? Yeah. So we can be the best at just for shits and giggles, or because we're gonna make $1 million off of it or $1 billion off of it. But like I think it's kind of almost it's discouraged for us to like be a part of a community in certain ways. Right, so
because then
we have so much competition, special. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Or even like people also, the thing I've found with business owning that's interesting, especially when you talk to someone who does what you do.
Yeah.
Like there's like this weird thing, I guess, like people don't think they're doing that great, so they're like too afraid to like talk to you about it. So either they don't want to share their success stories because they don't want you to steal it because they look at you as competition, or they don't want to admit that they're insecure about something about their business, and so they're not going to tell you where they're not doing well. So it's like this weird.
You've got alphas in the room.
Yeah.
More than one alpha.
Right. And so, but I feel like a lot of our country is like that. It just like in general, like our culture, like American culture, we're just like, you don't want to let people know like what your success is because you want to be doing better than everybody, or you don't want to let people know where you're failing because like, God forbid you're vulnerable and you're failing. Like,
so you're just going to stand there alone and
just
just like take it on the chin and just like keep pushing. Like, and you're like, wow.
That's so like boring.
Yeah.
I would agree.
I think there's people that support each other, and then there's people that just don't because they're too competitive or ultra, insecure or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't think it's competitive. I think it's more like insecure, because I'm like, I feel like I'm the ultra competitor, but I want people to like push me.
You're a good connector though. You love connecting.
Yeah, I love connecting, and I love that fact that like I can find like no matter what somebody's doing, I want to find something that they're doing, and I want to try to do what they're doing, or have them try to do what I'm doing, so we can compete. So like that's my thing about competition. I'm like,
it's like a community competition. Not I'm better than you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more like
let's all get better.
Pass the torch thing. Not or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know the words.
But something like that.
Capture the flag. Yeah. Like whatever it is.
Something where you're like, where you're like kind of working together and like having fun working together. So yeah, and not like kind of this thing. Now I'm not saying I'm like competing with y'all or anything like that, but it is like kind of nice to bring you into this thing that I've been doing for like a couple of years, and let you get a feel for it, and like watch you grow with it. It's like that's kind of the fun part about it, is like seeing somebody doing something that I was doing, or me doing something that someone else is doing, and like seeing my growth or seeing their growth, and then like how we all get together and like we grow at whatever thing we're doing. And that's like kind of
so cool.
Yeah, that's the cool part about community for me. So like I wouldn't say that it's competitive that as much as it's like insecure, is like people that are like playing defense when it comes to like competition, because like you could totally play offense and just get all the points, get everybody get all the points rather than blocking everybody else's points. So yeah, that's the way I see it.
What I find, kind of like going back to where we started, with perseverance, it's like we don't know what's going to happen here between the three of us, but we're having a good time, and it's really cool. I remember the first time I came here to meet you, and do the first one together, I was super nervous. Like I almost
Were
had
you?
like performance anxiety, like beyond.
You were really nervous?
I was so nervous. And so were you. I remember you like.
Yeah, I told you I was nervous.
We were all nervous. And then we did like some sort of jumping thing or something.
Oh yeah, you were like, let's shake it off.
Let's shake it off.
And then we talked about the dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
And today, when my return back, I was so excited. I was just like, there was no nervous. I was just like, chill.
Yeah.
That's growth, right? It's like,
yeah, for
and
sure.
It's becoming more comfy with the situation. And I don't know, all of us used our courage to try this.
Yeah.
It's going to go somewhere, but it won't be without its trials and tribulations. Like maybe Ashley's running late. Maybe Jerry's dropping the cameras everywhere in the beginning. Oops, forgot to charge something.
Oh yeah, that happened before.
Traffic, whatever. But it's still fun. So we keep trying, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. So like when we look back, like we have our businesses we can draw from for this kind of material.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's personal life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think any risk that like will hopefully result in something we want has either resulted in something or not. And we've learned things from those, as Jacqui just, explained with her roommate situation. And do you have one that you want to talk about, the house, and then anything else?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll rock one more out for you before we get into our final thought. My car. I bought a car about 5 years ago, almost at the same exact time. You know what? In 5 years, I need to go find something else, around the same exact time. Because I literally, I think I started looking for a car because it was for my birthday. This house was supposed to be for my birthday. So I was looking for a car, and I couldn't find this car. I wanted a new car. I knew I needed a new car because I was, going up to see Reggie, and I'm driving back and forth, and I wanted a reliable car. And the car that I had was it was a Jeep Cherokee, good car, but it got stuck on a mountain in the snow. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know it's not supposed to happen. So I think it was because it was a two-wheel drive, and I was I was skimping on it. So, anyways, I probably should have did the whole thing. But needless to say, I had a two-wheel drive Jeep that I was in possession of that I needed to get rid of and get a new car. So I was on the prowl looking for cars, and I was trying to think of what car I could get. Thinking about getting a four-wheel, and I'm like, I don't just want to deal with a Jeep Cherokee. But I started looking around. And I was like, you know what, Subaru sounds like a good idea. So I went on look around, saw some Subarus, and I was like, I like this Subaru with the funny color. It looks like I call it, well, it's plasma yellow is what I call it. But everybody that's seen, I think you've seen it. Yeah, everybody sees it. Says it's green.
I love the greens.
It's kind of like it's like a green yellow. I feel like you've called it gold before, and
Gold.
I sat there staring at it for a minute, and I was like, that is not
like
gold,
it didn't make
Jerry.
sense. It didn't make sense to your brain.
Well, I'm very particular about color because of what I do, and I'm like, that is not a gold
Really?
car.
Oh.
Yeah, I will fight with people about color all the time, so I usually just keep it to myself. I'm like,
that's so funny. I think
you
you hit
don't
a
see
nerve.
what I see.
Yeah, I thought it was gold. I still call it gold.
I know.
But anyways, it's plasma yellow, and it's like one of those car colors that it's like. Yeah, it's not it's not a common black, white, yellow, red, or whatnot. So not yellow, but black, white, red. So anyways, I had to look for this car because it wasn't everywhere, and I wanted a new car. I didn't want a car that had any miles on it. Right. So I went around, I couldn't find anything. Some people were giving me deals, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then it just kind of, for some reason, I don't know why, it just kind of came flash or whatnot. Go to this dealership. I'm not plugging any dealerships here. We're gonna go to this dealership.
You gotta pay for it.
You gotta pay. You gotta pay the podcast. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we get new cars now. But yeah, so I went to this dealership, and I'm like, all right, I found the car, and I'm like, I want this car, and they're like, we're sorry, we can't get it for you right now, but we can order it for you. I'm like, cool, all right, cool. So I go out there and I call them back, because they didn't call me back, and I'm like, you got my car? Like, oh yeah, it just actually came in yesterday. So I was like, cool, I'm coming in. So I came in, came in to get my car. I talked to the they had some random person there. You would think they'd have a dedicated dealer for you, but they didn't. They just had some person like, oh, you want to buy a car? I'm like, yeah. So I went in there. I was like, here you go. I got some money down. I got a car that you guys can buy off of me. I want that car. And they're like, okay. Long story short, because this was a long story, not intended, but at the end of the day, I ended up closing on the car. I bought it for $8,000 under value, and they gave me Oh yeah, and they gave me all the add-ins too. So technically, I was up like 12,000 on the car. And I knew I did really well because I got a call from the dealership the following week, and they told me that the person that sold me the car got fired.
Oh!
I'm like, oops.
Wow.
Yeah, they got fired. They're like, they weren't supposed to do that. I'm like, well, perseverance.
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 Yes.
It sounds like you're going through some trials and tribulations, dealer.
Amen to that.
Way to bring it home.
Bring it all home. Full
I love
circle.
it.
Full circle. So I will end that story and get into the final thought because that actually kind of bleeds into what I wanted to talk about with the final thought here. So as I kind of said in the beginning, it's just like sometimes you're going to go through stuff, whether you choose to or not. We didn't talk about the not choosing stuff, but whether you choose to or not, you're going to go through things, and by going through those things, you're going to become a different person. You're going to change who you are. You're going to change your perspective, and the way you go through that change is by persevering, is by continuing to move forward, continuing your actions, trusting that timing is going to come together and that it will work out for you. And it might not work out exactly as you plan. Maybe might work out better, but persevere.
You have to sing.
I'm not singing, dude. Persevere. Anyways, we'll go to the left here, Jacqui.
Okay. Final thoughts. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just do things because life is all about learning, and you never know what you're going to learn and who you're going to grow to be until you just do the thing. Like, I feel like I talk to so many people who are so afraid to just whatever it is, like they're just afraid to do like X, Y, Z. And I'm like, I mean, like literally what is the absolute worst thing that can happen? Like everyone's had their whole life fall apart and they wake up the next day and everything's still there. And then like, just do the thing. You never know. I mean, even if the thing turns out to be horrible, you learn something and you grow from it. It literally does not matter. It doesn't matter. And there's hardly anything you could do in your life that would actually crumble your whole life. Like there's not going to be one decision that you make. It's going to ruin everything. So just try.
Within reason.
Within reason. Do that. She's talking about healthy things.
Yeah. Don't do drugs.
Oh yeah. Don't like do drugs. Like no meth and no murder, right? Like
bring that back. Exactly. You get what we're saying. Anyways, Ashley, bring it on home for us.
I was just thinking about my brother. I asked him why he runs or does these Ironman things. Like it's amazing. Like Jerry, it involves. Please give the summary of this. Like how many miles? How many? You have to bike. You have to swim, and you have to run a whole marathon, and it takes a whole day. I would never think about doing anything remotely like this because I feel like I would die like halfway through. But I'm asking my brother why he was so into these, and I said like it's so hard. Why are you doing this? And this is what he said. He said because I can. And I'm thinking to myself like that is so brilliant. I know he didn't mean to be brilliant, but it's just so simple. It's like we have one life as far as we know, right, on this earth, and we have time as our most valuable asset. We don't know how much we have. So I just love the idea of doing things carefully, right, to achieve your goals because we can, because we have this ability, we have our health, God willing, we have all of these things, and enough time. So my whole objective now in this phase of my life is not to waste my time anymore.
Amen.
Because I've done a lot of trying things that may or may not have resulted in what I wanted, but I could be way more choosy about what I'm doing to get more of what I love. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, for sure.
I hope everybody out there that's listening makes really good choices for themselves and others today.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, they make some good choices and continue making those good choices. And make sure at the end of the day.
You keep good company.
Keep good company. See you next time. Bye. I love how it always turns into something different than we expected.